Today I have with me Ms. Laura Phillips. She's the curriculum coordinator or the curriculum director with Anderson City Schools. Hi, Ms. Phillips.
Hi, Ms. Mack. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for accepting to participate in this project with me. I really appreciate it. And I know you're very busy, Ms. Phillips, but thanks for taking out the time with me.
I'm glad to.
The first question is, how would you revise a systematically integrated curriculum, both horizontally and vertically, that engages all students in rigor, relevant academic challenges across the academic disciplines?
Well, as you know, we've just gone through a review of our curriculum to ensure that it covers all the standards. And we feel that this is something that should be done each year so that it's updated. We update our pacing guides to try to make sure that the teachers are covering all of the standards, but also that they have everything that they need to cover to the depth that is necessary. We also conduct PD sessions on strategies that focus on increasing rigor on things such as close reading, student-centered instruction, DOK, and wire diagramming.
Mm-hmm. How would you, the specialists, assure that the objectives and the curriculum goals are aligned?
We try to hold data meetings at each school regularly. We try to give the updated information and that share it at least quarterly. We review the data from Aspire, Scantron, STAR, and align our PD and academic focuses according to the areas of need. We also get support from our partners such as ARI and AMSTI, and this is requested and delivered based on interpretation of the data.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you motivate the faculty?
I find many of our teachers are just intrinsically motivated. They have the passion for learning. Showing them the data and helping them to understand where the gaps are or where their achievements are, I think is a great motivation for most of them.
Mm-hmm. How would you work with the stakeholders to identify instructional and curriculum needs that align with the district's shared vision and our available resources?
Again, we try to hold data meetings. We try to, I try to get into classrooms in each school at least once per month. I try to get into each school at least once per month to look at the teachers, talk with the teachers, look at the students, look at the activities that they're doing, and try to gather data in that manner.
Mm-hmm. How do the staff and others establish and accomplish our goals? How do we do that?
I think our staff works on their goals, again, through the PD that we offer. We try to offer some peer sessions where they can go and observe other teachers, where other teachers can observe them and provide feedback to each other. Our instructional coaches, I think, play a great role in this area by helping to model or teach side by side, and then to give feedback and plan with the teachers and help them to design activities that will best suit everyone's needs.
Mm-hmm. How do you monitor and assess instructional programs and the activities?
Through, again, our review of the data from things such as Aspire, Scantron, and STAR. I go into Educate Alabama and look at each teacher's self-evaluation to see what areas we need for professional development. Mm-hmm. And again, by just personal observation, going into classrooms, going into the schools. I guess the greatest way, though, is to look at the data and try to break it down in a variety of ways, and then to turn it around and see how we can help that to impact instruction.
Mm-hmm. What's the greatest difficulty in being in your position?
I see a few challenges, I guess. Time is probably the biggest. There just is not enough time to meet with the stakeholders at the depth that I feel is important. A frustration for me is that there is a pocket of teachers, of staff, not just teachers, and I guess this is true everywhere, who say our children can't learn at this depth or at the depth that is necessary for CCRS. And that frustrates and really infuriates me, because I believe our children can do whatever we allow them to do.
Whatever is
And-
expected of them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so to that end, I try to find ways to motivate, to present to our faculty. I try to use our teachers to conduct professional development sessions when possible, so that they can see that some of our teachers have had great success with our children, and hopefully to try to stop that line of thinking.
Yes.
And then, of course, I think funding is always an issue in education. We're very blessed to have strong support from entities such as ARI, AMSTI, our JSU College of Education, area foundations, and our regional in-service center at JSU.
That's true, we are. What are some interferences that we see that hinders us from achieving our goals?
I think that mindset that I mentioned of our children can't learn. I think the fact that many of our children come from a high poverty background.
Yes.
We know that that there are many things in their home lives that affect, maybe have negatively impact their ability to learn. And our hope is just to find ways to help the children overcome those, but also to help our faculty and staff overcome those.
Yes, to make the children feel like they can believe in themselves.
Exactly.
Looking at the curriculum, do you think our curriculum is knowledge-centered, learner-centered, or society-centered?
I see our curriculum as knowledge-centered because it's based on the course of study with the goal of college and career readiness. But I think to truly meet that goal, we have to move toward a blend of knowledge and learner-centered, and that student-centered, learner-centered engagement instruction has been a huge focus for us for this year. We want our students to begin to take ownership of their learning so that they can take those skills that help them learn and apply them to other situations outside of the school, outside of the classroom. We want to teach the course of study, but we also want to help our children learn to address their needs, and we want to make sure that we're addressing all of their individual needs. And I think we're moving in that direction.
I feel like we are too. Thank you so much, Ms. Phillips, for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.